Hi. Again, we don't have a playmat here because we have another massive box to deal with. Yep, this thing is actually, I think, slightly bigger than the last one we did. We did an Uono storage box, or deck box, however you want to define it. This one is even bigger. See if I can get my camera to focus on that. There we go. It's called the Scimi Card Storage Box. It says it supports up to 3,000 cards. I imagine those are unsleeved. So this one is a little bit different than that last one that we checked out. This one is definitely more of a storage box than a deck box. The last one we did said it was a deck box, but it definitely came off as more of a storage box. This one doesn't, say that it's something that it's not. This one basically says, yes, I am a storage box. I am not a deck box. So yeah. Now this one has some interesting features already that I want to show you. Let me see if I can pull this out of the plastic. Come on. There we are. Okay, so the surface looks pretty standard there. Oh wow, okay, I just noticed something already. First off, let me show you guys this. Look at that. Again, give the camera a little time there. Yeah, these are little card holders that go in the front or on the side of the storage box. So I guess if you have a particular game, like say you've got Magic here, Pokemon here, Yu-Gi-Oh, and then another game over here, you can just put, a representative card there, and there you go. Helps you figure out, where all your cards are kept and whatnot. Or maybe for various sets, like if you do all Magic the Gathering, you could put, different set here, different set there, and so forth. Kind of neat. From what I understand, yep, these feel like top loaders. So let's go ahead and open that up here. Let's do a quick once-over, though, of the surface. Let's see. It has a weird smell to it. Doesn't smell bad, it just has an interesting smell to it. It smells almost like new shoes. Yeah, it smells a bit like shoes. I do see a little stitching issue right there. Nothing too bad. But here's the interesting thing I wanted to show you guys. This top, again, held on with magnets, comes completely off. Look at that. And there's your top right there, looking all nice and blue and such. Get these little pieces of paper out of the way. But yeah, that's your top. You've got magnets here along the edge, and those just going to slide right back on there. Of course, you could do, something like this with it, but I believe the magnets may actually give way if you put too much pressure. Yeah, it comes right off. Unfortunate, but you can take the whole thing directly off, which is kind of nice. Especially if you're running a storage box, like say for instance, if you want to just kind of leave this open like it is, you can just take this completely off and not have to worry about like folding it behind the box or anything. So pretty nice. Again, magnets feel reasonably strong. Yeah, not bad. All right, so let's take this off, set this aside, and take a look at this. This is interesting. Okay, we've got all sorts of stuff going on here. Okay, so let's pull out these card dividers. Okay, we've got all kinds here. We got a couple of red ones, a couple of yellows, looks like some navy blues, purple and black. And these, I believe, let me see, do these slide all the way down? No, they only slide down a certain way. One thing, I don't know if you can see here, let me see if I can angle the camera. There's a little spot there. As you can see, I can kind of run my finger under it there. These little slots don't go all the way down. And as you can see here on the side, they don't go all the way down to the very bottom. That is a design that they decided to go with, so I guess that's how they're doing it. But the cool thing is these all come right out, just like that. Real nice. They've got that kind of felt sort of feel to them there. And the cool thing is that you can change the slotting. You can go all the way back here to the very front. Let's see, how easy can I get this in here? Not so bad. Okay. Oh yeah, you can just change the slotting all you want. You can put them all like in one little area just like this. Or you can kind of move them around to wherever you need to. So kind of nice. So if you've got like a whole bunch of one set, put them all over here. If you've only got like partial for another set, stick it right here in the middle. That's actually pretty nice. It feels a little... I don't know. I think once the cards and everything are in here, let me grab some cards. I've got a stack of cards here. I think once the cards are in, probably be okay. Let me grab this box I have here. So let's actually stick some cards in there. What kind of cards are these? Oh, these are versus cards. Alright, let's see. Yeah, these are from the old versus game, the DC versus Marvel. And the cards do fit in there just fine. Again, these are unsleeved, obviously. So we'll put in a small amount here. Just like that. One thing I did notice is that the cards may actually hook on to the edges here. Yeah, these little open slots right here, I know obviously it's part of the design so that you can move these around, but my concern now is will some of these cards actually... Ooh, wow, okay, yeah, it actually hooked on there. That's... That's a concern, because if you actually take these and move them around a little bit, like for instance, if I go and I put all these cards in here, I'll just stick a whole bunch more in. Let's just fill this sucker up. Alright, there we go. So we've got a good deal of cards there. So, of course, there are those little slots that are still exposed there on the sides to the cards. My concern now is as you move the cards around, like say, for instance, if this is, something you store a bunch of cards in, maybe you take it to a card show or something, are those little notches going to damage your cards? And, they are fairly smooth, but, oh, okay, yeah, I do feel how a card can definitely get stuck up on the side there, especially if you manage to turn it sideways. So there is that concern. That does worry me a little bit because, again, when you're putting all these different cards in there, well, what do we got here? Oh, these are World of Warcraft cards. Okay, so we'll put some more in here. There we go. Looks like these are from Dark Portal. Alright, so we got more cards there. Let me set this aside. Okay, and then we'll put this right over here to section it off. Come on, slide in. There we go. Okay. So it does obviously do the job of holding the cards in place, but one thing I'm definitely seeing is, again, the edges of the cards is what my concern is. If I just leave the card in there, will it catch on the edge? I feel like it will, because just from kind of moving the cards back and forth, and I don't want to really do this too much, because again, I could imagine that the cards will shift over like this. I am concerned that they may hook onto these edges here. I know I'm going on and on about this, but I mean, let's be real honest. There's a chance that that can happen, and you may say, "Oh, well, maybe the cards that you keep in there are just commons; they don't have a lot of value." But that's the thing, man, is that sometimes a card that may be a common is like a 20-cent card one day, but something changes in the game that you play. Maybe there's a new ban list update or something. I know this happens in Yu-Gi-Oh a lot, where a card will get taken off the ban list, and then suddenly that one card is worth, goes from being a 25-cent bulk card to suddenly now you've got a card that's, $25. And that's a pretty big change right there, man. So you definitely want to be a little careful there. Now, of course, if you use sleeves, like I've got this one right here, the sleeves will obviously give you a buffer. So I would say if you're going to be using sleeved cards in this thing, you're probably okay, because it gives you that little extra edge there, that little buffer. So if it does rub up against it a little bit, it's only going to damage your sleeve and not your card. So that should be okay. I'd be a little more wary about putting just the loose cards in it like you have it right here. Let's take a look at this front here. Let me move this, and oh, okay, these aren't just normal top loaders. Oh, cool. Okay, so this is just a card holder. Let me open this up. Take a look at this. Okay. All right, so it looks, yeah, this is a snap together card holder. Okay. Yeah, these should just open right up. And, oh wow, look, it even comes with a little sleeve. Okay, that's nice. Okay, cool. Okay, so you've got a little sleeve, and then you've got your little snap together. Let me just take this out real quick. This does feel like, well, it's got the sharp corners, so it's not exactly like a trading card. Let me grab this. Yeah, it does fit the standard size cards just fine. Let's put this over here and snap it back together. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. And then you place it, slide it right here in the front. Let me grab my lid because I don't want these cards flying off. Here, let's put our lid down here. All right, and then of course, as you can see, there's the card there on the front. It's not perfectly centered. As you can see, it kind of clouds it up a little bit. These holes could be a little bit bigger because as you can see, the name gets cut off right there. Now, of course, that's a Versus card. Magic could be a little bit different. Do I have any Magic cards right here? Hold on. I actually don't think I have any Magic cards. Oh, wait, hold on. Got a Magic card. Let's do a Magic card because that's one of the obviously more popular games. Versus is no longer around. So it's kind of pointless to base everything off of a Versus card. Well, let's crack this sucker up and again. We'll try it again. Okay, sit you there. Let's grab our Magic card. Let's sleeve you and snap you in completely. Okay, so we've got it in there just fine. Let's slide that in. Let's put the top back on. How does it look? Oh, yeah, still an issue there. As you can see, it's kind of cutting off the name a little bit. You can still see the art pretty clear, so it's probably mostly fine, especially if you're going to be storing, like, say, Commander cards or something. Come on, focus. There we go. If you're going to be storing, like, Commander decks, I guess this could work because these little shells do work as little Commander holders too, so that helps. But as you can see, the holes could be a little bit bigger to give you a little bit more view. So it's not perfect, but I think it should be good enough. So a little bit of a design flaw there. I guess let's do it. Let's go ahead and test these magnets. Let me turn this over, and again, I'm risking my cards here. Oh, wow. Okay, there's a lot of flex there on the top. I know you can't see that, but there's a lot of flex coming out there. And again, this is only about halfway full, but the magnets are holding. Let me see. Oh, okay, yeah, the magnets gave way. Again, this is only about halfway full, and the magnets, when turned over and no support being provided underneath it, they did give way. So again, as a storage box, it's fine. If you're going to be traveling with it, though, I would definitely recommend sticking like a thick, strong rubber band on it or something, just to keep all your cards from flying all over the place. Ooh, wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Here's the issue that I'm running into. Now they're catching. Yeah, they're catching onto the edges now. That's not good. That's the issue that I was having a problem with. They shifted, and as I was trying to kind of push them back together like this, I can feel them catching on the edges. Yeah. Oh, well. I would say as a long-term storage box, if you're just going to kind of leave it there like on your shelf or something, or maybe just keep it at home, it's probably fine. I would recommend using card sleeves just to make sure you don't ruin your cards, because again, as it is right now, they do catch a little bit on the edges. So if you put low value cards or cards you don't really care about in there, they're you know, if they get a little damaged, up to you. I tend to always like to keep all my cards in the best shape possible, because again, like I said, you never know. Could be a 20-cent card today, could be a $20 card tomorrow. So overall, it's an interesting little solution. It's not perfect. I would think as a storage box, it's probably okay. But yeah, I don't know if I would feel entirely comfortable leaving these commons in here, simply because there is that risk if they're getting damaged. I guess once they're in there and you don't move this box around too much, they're probably okay. I'm gonna leave that up to you to decide if you want to risk having your commons in here or not. But overall, I think it's a pretty decent little solution. If I had to give it a star rating, I'd probably say, oh gosh, it's hard. It's between 3 and 4 star. I'm knocking off 1 star simply because the magnets aren't able to accommodate the weight for the cards. That's unfortunate. And the second one is, again, catching here on the edges for your commons. So I would say if I had to choose one, I'd probably lean a little more toward a 3 star, basically saying that it's adequate as a storage box, but if you're going to be traveling with it, you might have a bad time. So just be aware of that. This storage box I'll probably keep, because I do have a whole bunch of sleeved cards that I do need another box for. So this is probably what I'll be using that for. But again, just want to clarify, I did get this for free. I didn't pay for it. It was sent to me in exchange for a review, so that's what we're doing here. Currently, right now, I believe these are going for about $36 to $38. If that's a good value, I really don't know. There's the other box that I did, the Ono Corvette deck box, which is basically more like this, but they call it a deck box, but it's really a storage box. I would actually choose that other one over this one, simply because as far as the protection that the cards have when they're on the inside, you know, the whole thing about me not liking these ridges, the other deck box or deck storage box doesn't have this. And yes, I know you do get the gimmick of being able to move these around and slide them around and all. I just think the slots are going to cause too many problems for me. So I would probably go with the other one. This is a solid 3 stars, though. Not terrible, but it does have its flaws. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. I really appreciate it. I know this one was a little bit longer. I probably am going to be holding on to this. Not going to be giving it away or anything. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that other good stuff. If there are any other TCG or trading card products you want me to take a look at, let me know. I'll see about getting those. I've been doing a lot of deck boxes and storage boxes and stuff here lately, so yeah, that's what you're going to be seeing here for a little while. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. We'll see you next time.